This is just going to be a short little video showing a quick and easy way to apply these transparent holographic lure scales and where you can get them. So despite my best efforts, the only place I could find these was on AliExpress, but I only paid like $1 for them. I know it says 8 on here, and it took like 3 weeks to get here, but these actually turned out to be pretty good, and I haven't been able to find these anywhere else. I think these scales look really good with natural wood behind them, so I'm going to be using this piece of maple burl to put them on. I use polyacrylic as a sealer for my wooden baits, and that's important because the spray paint I'm going to be using is acrylic based. Now, as you can tell, the surface is really shiny from the polyacrylic, so we're going to have to scuff that up a little bit to make sure everything adheres properly. Nothing fancy here, just knocking the shine off of it with some 600 grit wet sandpaper. I read that this clear coat is acrylic based, which is important because it needs to adhere properly to the polyacrylic that we put on the lure. You're just gonna finely mist it because you want the surface just to be tacky. You don't want it to be wet, you don't want it to be dry, it has to be just tacky. Just press it on firm and try to avoid any wrinkles. That side worked out pretty good. There's a little spot right next to the lip where you can tell that it didn't adhere. It was either too wet or too dry in that one little spot. But overall, that's a pretty good result. This side, however, is terrible. It didn't adhere properly. I don't know. I just messed it up. But the good thing is, you can just sand it back down and, try it again. Okay, that's much better. One thing I really like about these scales is at different angles, they kind of disappear. So you can still see the natural wood grain underneath, or paint if you're putting it on a lure with paint. Here I'm using True Coat 2-part epoxy for my top coat. And that's about all there is to it. I hope this was able to help you out a little bit. I struggled forever trying to figure out where to get this stuff and how to use it. This may not be the best method, but it's definitely a quick and easy method. But if you found it useful, I would love it if you hit the like button and maybe subscribe. I've got a lot more content on the way.